talk about a couple jobs I think that people can do that robots will not be able to take over quickly. Then people might look down upon as unskilled or for the laborers that just do particular things. And I'm going to make a list of 3 of them. And these 3 are going to start, maybe more. The first one is that robots need to be, with AI needs to be trained. And what that means is that all AI are based on training data, and we have to sort out the data. This is something that human beings are very good at, but AI isn't by itself. This can be something as identifying bicycle, not bike, or it can be identifying car or bus, just something that people have an inherent ability of doing, and that AIs don't. It could also be for language models, and it could be translators. Many people that can speak multiple languages, and we just give them ability to translate a bunch of stuff, because computers can help with translation, but they're never going to be as good as human beings for a long, long time because of this context and stuff like that in particular instances. Okay, the second one I want to talk about is robot supervisors. When we train these robots, they're not going to be perfect, and they might have fuck-ups or here and there, mistakes. How do we work around these little mistakes? Well, we have someone, instead of having one person do, this is an imperfect replacement, as you can see, one person do a job, you have 20 people do a job, you have 20 robots do a job, and one person supervise it and make sure the robot doesn't make a mistake in a particularly bad case or an unexpected thing and can just shut down the plan. You also might have them working together where you have one robot that's continuously doing something and the person keeps on checking them but helps them. I talked a little about this with robots in the reverse, with robots helping you to drive. You still make the turns and everything, but they just help guide you. You could have robots that help guide the worker to work better so they don't have to pay attention to the work as much, but help them, they'll highlight what step to do or tell you what to do, and you have to do it. But these are suggestions that you don't have to follow in a particular case. Let's say you're navigating a ship. They tell you what directions, but then you see there's an obstacle that's just weird, so you don't just follow the directions. It could happen with repairing stuff or something like that. So, robot supervisors, or the vice versa, you supervise the robot. 3. Taker carers or household tasks or something, just helping people with basic tasks in the household or taking care, because maybe they're disabled, maybe they're overwhelmed, maybe they need a break. Anything. It could also be cleaning up parks or something, or outside so they look more beautiful, picking up litter. Anything just to keep everything in a better state. It could also just be people that provide emotional support, such as people that go out with walks so that people provide company. Always more traditional, what people look at as more like feminine work or stuff like that, which it's certain, but people do look at it and down upon, but it's really important to make people happy and healthy. A 4th one that I would like to mention is just entertainers. And these people do not have to be massive entertainers are really funny. All you have to do is entertain maybe a couple kids in person, 5 or so kids, or something like that. This also can be the people that do odd end jobs, because a robot is something you train for a very specific task. And if you train a robot for a very specific task, that person might not have a available robot. Maybe there is a lawn mowing robot, but do you want to purchase a lawn mowing robot every single time? Or do you want a person that can take that job and also do other jobs just as needed, so you don't have to purchase 20 robots and it works more around? Another one is compilers, and compilers there's a bunch of things, but these are people that take down people's stories and write down people's stories, but these are people that organize a library or just make the system more neat in a more human way. The last the last idea I have for a job that is wide dispersed, and always I might say you can become a lot better at. It might require skill and could require a lot of skills at a high level, but I'm just saying the entrance it can be low. Is someone that is more of a skilled one. Okay, last two is more of a skilled one, but people do particular tasks before a robot is trained for it, because it's smaller needs, and we just don't have time to train a robot yet and haven't gone to it. So small needs jobs. And the last one is people doing stuff to preserve culture. And this is an important part, I would say, for history and stuff. Maybe not always, but to some extent, yes. There's still ancient Jewish scribes that do stuff that instead of printing and stuff like that, write down the whole holy text by hand. But there's a bunch of stuff in other cultures of people doing that with text. There's people that still make pottery in the ancient ways to preserve culture and know-how, even though they could use modern-day machines. Stuff like that. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you found this interesting. But a problem with everything I suggested is you really do need support from communities, support these jobs, and make them able to ever live a life doing this. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any ideas or add-ons or comments or anything, please leave them on the comment section below. Also, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, which is a really hard goal, and 4,000 watch hours. But with your help, I'm sure I can do it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.